What is up, everyone? My name is Chris, and today I'm going to show you guys a tool that I found um, called NECLI. It is amazing if you love watching anime. It's basically what the name implies. It's anime in the terminal. I've tested it out for myself, and it's amazing. It's fast. It's clean, minimal, almost is none when it comes to usage of memory, which is great because I only have 16 gigabytes of memory on my laptop. Um, so sometimes opening browsers, you get ads, you get all the memory that comes with it. Um, any CLI kind of fixes that a lot better. So we're gonna install it. I already have it installed, but I'll show you guys how to install it. We're gonna go through it, and yeah, I hope you guys really enjoy how to go from this. So in this case, I'm using Linux. I'm using a Debian-based distro. I'm using Pica OS. And here it says the Debian 13 is unstable, but I have no issues so far. There is also a Windows version if you guys want to go check it out. I'll leave the link to the GitHub for any CLI on the description if you guys want to go for it. Um, it does require some, third-party things. You need to install Git Bash, probably like some other stuff. I wouldn't know. I haven't checked it very well. And you can also install it from the source, which is, either using a package manager from your own distribution, or you can just clone the repo, and that will work as well. Obviously, there's options here for uninstall it depending on what repo you have and all the dependencies that comes with it. They also have AnySkip, which is a script that automatically skips anime opening, kind of like what you have on Crunchyroll, uh, all the anime websites, where you have like the skip button for whenever a anime opening starts. Um, I haven't tested it yet, but I mean, we can do a deeper dive in another video if needed. But for now, I'm just going to show you guys how it works. So in order to download it, um, in my case, I'm using, like I mentioned, a Debian. So it's just apt install because there is package for it. In this case would be sudo apt install any CLI. Just put in my password. So it's already the newest version. Again, like I mentioned, I already installed it, but what would happen there is just installing it, and nothing of sort that would happen here. Um, and then what we can do, just to show you what it works, is just calling the tool. Basically, you just do any CLI. You can do dash help. I do recommend because it shows you all the options that you can do, as well as some, example usage, as they would mention. This is how the usage when it comes to using the tool command. So you have options and queries. So you can do any CLI. You call the tool, and then you do either options and query, or query and options, or options query options, whatever you want to do it. It will work either way. But these are the options that you have. So you have see continue watching from history. This is great for all my anime binge watchers. If you start watching an episode and you quit midway through, or you finished, like, let's say episode 2, whatever, it does record locally where you left off. So when you go to watch it again, if you want to catch up on the newest episodes, you can just call continue, and if you have more than one anime, it will give you a list of all the animes that you stopped watching. If you were just watching one anime, then you will literally just stop playing the anime from your left off point. Um, you also have dash D for download. Uh, be careful, uppercase and lowercase. D for download, lowercase downloads the video instead of playing it, and then uppercase D is delete history. So if you have like a bunch of animes that you don't want, it will delete history for that. Keep in mind that this is kind of like a nuke. if that makes sense. Meaning that if you're watching more than one anime and you want to delete a specific one, you can't really do that unless you go to the files itself. This just deletes everything. So if you have a list of several animes that you're watching and you want to start from fresh, then you can do that. Otherwise, you'll have to go to the file itself, and I'll show you exactly where it is. So when you go to your file documents, obviously you won't have the hidden files, but what you can do is just do Control H to show your hidden files. And I don't know if it's in cache. Maybe not in cache. What could it be? Local? State? Yeah. So dot local in state, you'll have a folder called any CLI, and then there it is, any history. History state, I would assume. So this is the file, meaning that for me, as you can see, it's empty at the moment. But this is where it's going to store all the animes that you're currently watching, and you can then, if you want to remove a specific one, for example, you can just come into this one, edit, remove that one, and then that will be removed from it. Or if you want to nuke everything, again, delete everything. Logs just shows logs, sync play. You can use sync play to watch with your friends. I don't have this installed. Nor do I have many friends that watch anime, unfortunately, but that's a thing if anyone wants to. You can also specify the quality. 1080p is usually the default, but you can specify it if you feel like it's like an old anime, for example. Um, or if you have like a higher resolution monitor, maybe you can try. You can also use VLC. The default is MPV. It gets installed as a dependency. You can also see the version, a help, which is this. You can also select specific episodes or a range if you want to binge watch specific episodes. So let's say you're watching Jujutsu Kaisen season 1. You can specify Jujutsu Kaisen season 1 episode 3, for example, if you want to watch a specific episode. Or you can say Jujutsu Kaisen season 1 range from 1 to 12. If you know that it's 12 episodes, then you will just play all of them. Not simultaneously, but it will, after the one, you will just skip to the next one. Default, all episodes or every video is subbed, but you also have a dubbed version, so you do have to specify that you want dubbed for all you maniacs that love dub. Again, not saying there's anything wrong with it, but to each their own, I would say. Um, so this is a Rofi, which is like it's an interactive menu to select the episodes, I would say. You can also skip, which is again the anti-skip thing. It only works for MPV, so if you use VLC, yeah, you can't really do that. No detach, don't detach the player useful for in terminal. I've tried it. I can't seem to make it work. It usually just opens a new terminal regardless. Maybe I'm doing it wrong, but yeah. Exit after play and skip titles, yada yada yada. So there's a bunch of usage that we can do. So let's try some of them and we'll see how it works. So I'm gonna do an ECLI, let's say quality of 1080p, and let's try some. Let's see some freedom. Checking dependencies. So as you can see, it shows up as like a list because there's more than one season. But I want you guys to keep your eyes on my memory usage. At the moment, again, it's 25%, about 4.1 gigabytes of memory usage, right? But let's click on season 1, or in this case, the recent season that's coming out. And let's say I want to watch the episode 4, and it will literally open. I'm going to mute that so I don't get copyright strike. But as you can see, I basically got about less than 1 GB of usage for opening anime on um, the terminal. So it does work, as you can see. This is all the options that you have. One of the things that I want to show you, it worked well. So you have next, you can go to the next episode if there is a one. Replay, previous, select, change quality if you see that there's an issue with it, and then obviously you can also have quit. Now there's another thing that you can do as well, which is instead of calling whatever it is, you can just call any CLI, and then it will just ask you for what anime you want to watch. So if I want to watch for another one, for example, oh sorry, not Hell Node. Good thing that's not a thing. Hell Mode, new anime that came out. So there's 5 episodes on it. So you'll just come up to whatever you want to. Any CLI, Naruto for all my Naruto fans out there. Big list. You can select whichever you want to watch, and it will still play. And just to test it out, um, I don't think it saved apparently. Might be because I haven't watched enough to record in history. Uh, that might be a thing. But if I go for um Jujutsu Kaisen, for example, so let's go for the first step for the first season, episode 13. There you go. Let me mute that real quick. So as you can see, it plays well. It doesn't stutter whatsoever. It's very quick. There's no buffering, nothing of sort. So it's just very great. So as you can see, it picked up the Jujutsu Kaisen. I do believe it jumped to the next episode, but that's the case. If you want to check again, like I mentioned, if you want to check the files itself instead of deleting everything, as you can see, Frieden season 2, 4 episodes, Jujutsu Kaisen 24 episodes. Even if sometimes it doesn't show here properly, it might take some time to show up, because as you can see, it comes up with not only one of them. But if I do ignore that, if I do delete, for example, Jujutsu Kaisen out of it, and I saved it, I might now have was this real quick? No, I'll watch series. So yeah, I guess we gotta figure out what's wrong with that. Might need more time on watching. So yeah, that is Annie CLI. I like it. I like it a lot. One of the things that I wanted to check if it actually works is any CLI next Contown. If I do Hell mode, does it show me when the new one is? Ooh, that is very cool. So ongoing. So this is the one I was looking for, Hell mode. So ongoing. Today is currently Tuesday, and there is one coming out on Friday. So that would be good. Yeah, that will be accurate. The next sub release on Friday in about 3 days. That is cool. So yeah, you can also check apparently next episodes if you really want to. Um, so yeah, if you want to hear, if you want to see anything else from my end, I'm currently using Pika OS, like I showed. Um, I'm probably gonna do a video on my setup and how I use it. Um, but yeah, if you want to have a look at any CLI, the link will be in the description, and hopefully this will help you out with watching some anime for free. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.